But if I'm gonna be real, we lost that game because of drop passes. I think that's the game. That's the game. That's the game where Malik Neighbors dropped that fourth down pass that he should have had. We all know he should have had it, bro.
City boy, city boy.
New York, New York, New York.
Good morning, Cityverse. It's your boy New York City, man. I just wanted to drop a video before I get my day started, man. I plan on doing the Benzino Dogs versus the Dogs of the Week later on. But I had a surprise video, a special video, a random video, man. I ain't gonna say a special video, but all of them gonna be special, man. But I have one that I think is gonna really kick y'all right in the sack, man. I'm gonna get straight into this video. It's not too much to talk about. I have a bold prediction after seeing the Giants win over the Seahawks the other day when we won 29-20, if I'm not mistaken. Uh, it was a very exciting game. I haven't seen that from us in a long time. It's almost probably been like a decade. I ain't gonna say this that long. Maybe the excitement wasn't the same, but I remember a couple years ago where we got that sack and Kayvon scooped and scored to finish the game out. I don't know who it was against. I can't remember. Was it against the Ravens? I can't remember who it was against, but it was a very exciting game. But this game, I felt something special from this Giants team, and especially when I went back to go watch the videos and the clips and the sights and sounds of the game, the highlights, the interviews, the coaches talking, the players talking. They had a different level of talk. They had a different level of walk. And I said before the game, I posted on my Facebook, I said, man, I'm not gonna eat before this game. I believe me and my team are linked spiritually, and therefore I'm gonna make sure these boys is hungry this game. Well, I ain't end up eating till like 9 or 10 o'clock that night, but y'all see we played hungry the other day. And I wanted to wear one of my Giants hats. You know, I got a few that I could choose from. But no, I started the season off by saying it's time for Daniel Jones and the Avengers season tour. Everybody laughed at me. And so I gotta wear my Avengers hat. Because how we played against the Seahawks, let's be real, bro. We've been close to winning almost every game. And this is what this video is about. This is what this video is about, man. We are about to go on a Avengers tour kind of spree, man. And it ain't nothing nobody gonna be able to do about it. Truthfully, there ain't nothing nobody that's we played thus far has been able to do about it except for us beating ourselves. Only team that was able to do something against us truly was the Vikings. I have to say the Vikings, they doffed us. But here's the bold prediction, man. Y'all ready? Y'all got y'all cups on? Because I'm telling y'all, I'm coming right for the sack, bro. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna be a nut kicker, bro. I see the Giants winning 10 of our next 12 games. I said it. We are going to finish the season out 12-15. That is my prediction, bro. Now, I know how the Giants, I might have to possibly throw another game in, because the Giants always find a way to giant. But nah, man, I'm standing on business on this. We're going to finish the season 12-5, bro. And here's why. Now, we go back and look at the games that we had thus far. We watched the Viking game. Now, that was a massacre. We lost that game 28-6. All I got on my notes on this right here is straight loss. So there's nothing I can say that's going to make that game look better. We lost that one, bro. But the Commanders game, y'all know we should have won that game. In the game where we lost 21-18, and I'm tired of hearing people saying stuff about how, oh, look how Jaden Daniels is looking out there with the Commanders. Y'all rather have Daniel Jones over him? Yes, I would. Yes, I would. For one, don't get it twisted. I'm not knocking Jaden Daniels. He's a heck of a quarterback, and he's in his rookie year. But we're going to see how he look next year with film. And I'm not even knocking him, but that's the same thing they said about Danny his rookie year. Like, oh, we got the film on him now. Y'all chill, bro. Now, he's been playing phenomenal. He's been running the ball well. He's been passing the ball well. They have a complete team over there. That's what it's supposed to look like when your team can play team football. But if I'm going to be real, We lost that game because of drop passes. I think that's the game. That's the game. That's the game where Malik Neighbors dropped that fourth down pass that he should have had. We all know he should have had it, bro, and that's why he looked the way he did after that, man. But that's part of the game. We can't just exclude it. But we let them boys kill us on the time of possession. We could not get off the field on third downs that game, and I guess that's part of the game too. However, I take into consideration, man, because I was giving Shane Bowen a hard time to start the season off. Just me being a fan, I was angry, man. I'm tired of losing. I don't care who I had to blame at the time. And I know that's probably how a lot of people feel about Daniel Jones. But Shane Bowen, you the newcomer. I'm gonna give you the work, bro. But realistically, I had to sit and think, man. The team is learning a new defensive scheme, and therefore it's gonna take time for it to gel. And I've been seeing it pay dividends with more weeks than not as of late. So that's how we lost against the Commanders. I really don't. I know there was some other stuff that happened, but I can't remember. Pretty sure there was a Devin Singletary fumble because it's winning every game. I think the only one he didn't have a fumble in was the Cowboys, and he dang near fumbled it. He was inches away from fumbling it in. So we're gonna add that on, and I'm pretty sure something with special teams happened because they do something every game too. And I'm just guessing that because I know I've seen it almost every week from this team. So I'm pretty sure if y'all go look at them games, I'm pretty sure that happened in there. Okay, so they beat us 21-18. Now we got the Cleveland Browns, and we lost. We actually beat the Browns 21-15. And the game shouldn't have been as close as it was. We literally, like I said about special teams, soon as the game starts off, we get the ball on kick return, and Eric Gray fumbles the ball. I'm pretty sure that was Eric Gray. That's why everybody wanted his head because he's been fumbling, I think all season. But him and Devin Singletary, bro, they don't have no kind of ball security. But he fumbles, and the very first play on offense for the Cleveland Browns, they take a shot. Think it was on Deontay Banks. I can't say for sure. Hopefully it ain't because Deontay been looking good to me this year. But whoever he threw it on, the Amari Cooper, he snagged it on them boys for a touchdown the very first play. Outside of that, we shut them boys down that whole game, bro. And it really shouldn't even without that shouldn't have happened. And then at the end, you know what? I bashed Devin Singletary, but he did break off for a run at the end of the game. And really, he should have. I ain't gonna say he should have punched it in. I would have liked to see him punch it in because we don't score enough points against people to be trying to take it easy on people. To me, that's how I see it. But anyways, that's besides the point. We should have been up. We should have won the game realistically, like 28-15, unless they would have marched down the field and scored. Now the Cowboys game. That game we lost 20-15. Drops plagued us again. That's why we're number 2 in NFL with drop passes and penalty yards, bro. We had almost 100 yards of penalty yards out there. 89 penalty yards. Can't remember how many flags it was. It might have been like 8 or 9 or something like that. But by the end of it, it said we had 89 yards in penalty yardage, which is crazy because now I'm trying to figure out how we had 89 yards. But that's what it said, bro. I'm just going off what it said. And we had I'm glad, boy, I almost overlooked that fact. We had a fugazi flag that was thrown on us, talking about Daniel Bellinger got a face mask penalty, and he was the one that got his face mask yanked, and it took away a first down on us on a crucial drive where we was moving the ball, bro. And I ain't gonna lie, I think it changed the complexity of the game. That's just me. And we all know what just happened against the Seahawks, where we beat them 29-20. Exciting way to end the game. Yeah, I was scared, but it was very exciting how we end up pulling off the game and finishing the game. Now, let's get to the rest of the thing. This is what I wanted to get to, the 12-5. The 12-5 record. So, outside of this, I got my PlayStation set up, so y'all don't mind me if I'm looking over here. But the next game we got is going to be an interesting game. We're going to go against the Cincinnati Bengals. And I'm ready to see that matchup because you have Joe Burrow over there who's been a stud, and everybody's talking about how Joe Burrow went to the Super Bowl his first year, and his O-line wasn't that good. Y'all forgot he had a star number 1, Jamar Chase. Now, does that just mean he should have went to the Super Bowl? No, he had to do his part to at least get to that position. But y'all got to remember, these boys played together in college, if I'm not mistaken. So they already had chemistry going into the season. It ain't like they had to work on anything. He had a number one receiver to go to. But this the battle I want to see, and I know it's offense versus defense and defense versus offense, but I want to see how Joe Burrow does with Jamar Chase and how Daniel Jones does with a healthy Malik Neighbors. Oh, that's gonna be fun to watch, bro. Y'all better get y'all popcorn ready. If I'm talking about a game that I'm ready to see how these offenses look, and I don't expect to see nothing from the goddamn Bengals offense. You know why? Cause we got that boy Deontay Clemps Banks over there. And unlike this past Thursday, not this Thursday we had, but the past Thursday before that, when the Banks was open and he was getting wheeled and dealed by dang CD Lamb, you know what I'm saying? He had the Banks closed, you know what I'm saying? He shut down DK Metcalf for 2 catches, I think only 16 yards. So if he do anything like that against Jamar Chase, we're winning this game. They're not beating us if Jamar's not involved, bro. I don't care what y'all say. Moving on to the next game. Now, this might be the game where we get that one loss I was talking about. Because the next game after that, we're going against the Philadelphia Eagles. And I'm going to be real with y'all. I said it at the beginning of the season that Saquon's going to get busy against us. He's going to take that game very, 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 very personal. He's going to do everything in his power to goddamn make it look like we made a mistake by letting him go, especially to our division rivals. That I still don't. I feel like goddamn John Moore. He said I have a problem sleeping at night if he go to the Eagles. Hey, my owner said what he said, bro. I ain't. Hey, I'm just a messenger. I have the same issue, so I feel you, John. But now that's the thing about this though, because the Eagles game is one of the games where I say I think I'm going to split. Of course, we got to play against them later on this season. We played them the last game of the season. So normally it goes 50-50 whenever it's the division rival games, unless it's, the Giants and the Giants giant and we having a bad season. But realistically, I do think we're going to split. But I also do think there's a chance for us to sweep these boys. I don't see them sweeping us this year. Especially because you got to think about it. I said all that about Saquon at the beginning of the season about how he's going to go off on us. That's before I seen how our defense has been gelling so far. Now we've still been struggling against the run, but with the pressure we're being able to get, I don't see Jalen Hurts outperforming Daniel Jones. Y'all want it? Y'all want to see if Jalen Hurts is that much better than Daniel Jones? Well, now that the situations are even, y'all gonna get to see what we talking about. Daniel Jones is going to cook that man alive. Either in deep grease, air fryer, slow cooking in the oven, god dang in a toaster, microwave, whatever it got to be, it's going to be. I feel like I said about Deontay Banks a while ago, he shut down all the top receivers. He had to play Justin Jefferson with the Vikings. He had to take on Terry McLaurin against the Commanders. He did pretty decent against Amari Cooper in the Browns. CD Lamb's the only one that I think has done something against him this year, and he shut down DK Metcalf. So if we can go out there and he put the same performance on AJ Brown as he did DK Metcalf, bro, we is in there because they kind of, I ain't gonna say they're the same body type receiver because I think DK is a little bit bigger than AJ Brown, but they're both physical receivers is what I'm getting to. If he can do that against him, we're going to be straight. And if they think Devontae Smith wants to smoke, we putting Drew Phillips on him and he getting locked up too, bro. That's the end of the discussion. So now we got to see what Jalen Hurts can do. Because obviously our boy Danny, y'all ain't think he could spread the ball, but obviously he spread the ball this past game. We ain't had no Malik to throw to. We had to get it to Darius Slayton, Wandale, Theo Johnson, and the running backs. And Theo looked pretty good this past game. I like how that young man was running the ball and catching the ball. It was something good to look for because we haven't had a tight end. I wasn't gonna lie to y'all. Look, talent-wise, Darren Waller had it. He didn't produce like his talent said he could, bro. I ain't seen it in a while from a tight end. I just haven't. So I'm ready to get that feeling of even when we had the guys like Bear Pasco and who were some other guys we had? Larry Denal or whatever, when Eli was still there. I can't remember all their names. But even just some of the most basic kind of like tight ends, what is it, Kevin Boss. I think we had somebody named Ballard that 1 year, if I ain't mistaken. Even if it's at that level, I haven't seen that kind of production from a tight end from us in a minute, man. So looking forward to that. Hold on, let me get my control. Y'all gonna hear my PlayStation die real quick, cause this controller stay dead, but it is what it is. Hold on, y'all give me a second. I'm trying to make sure the screen don't die out. It's about to do it again. All right, so moving on back to the next game after that. The Steelers. Now I ain't really watched too much of the Steelers games this year, but from what I seen, they just recently took an L to the Cowboys Sunday. I don't see them beating us either, bro. Like, especially with the amount of pressure we've been able to get from our front line, especially in the like this past game. I think they said we had let me see, I might have had it on here. Real quick. Let me see. Did I put that on here? We had 16 pressures against the Seahawks the other day, and we ended up having 7 total sacks. Now, I don't know a quarterback. Look, bro, it's Justin Fields, bro. It's either Justin Fields or Russell Wilson that we gonna have to play against. I'm not scared of either one of them at all. Look, I like Russ as a person, but I'm not scared of Russell Wilson right now at the point in his career. He wanted to ride, but the car just stalled, bro. He wanted to ride for the Broncos, but it just stalled out. I'm not scared of him right now. And you think I'm gonna be intimidated by Justin Fields, bro? Come on, bro. Y'all get out my face, bro. Who he gonna get it to? He's not gonna be accurate enough to get past goddamn Deontay Banks. He's not. Our secondary, we got Tyler Nubin now. Have he got an interception? No, but that boy is solid. So is Drew Phillips. I'm not really worried about the Steelers. I ain't even gonna talk too long about them. Not worried about the Steelers. Okay, the next game, another Avengers type game. I want the Commander's head on a platter. That's what I want. I don't want to see. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna say I don't want to. I'm not gonna see what I seen that first game. It's gonna be pure dominance from the Giants. Then Jaden Daniels is gonna look like a rookie quarterback, and y'all gonna be like, "Oh, Daniel Jones is looking." By this time, y'all gonna be like, "Daniel Jones is looking phenomenal at this time of the year. What? Why couldn't he been doing this all his whole career?" Cause, like I've been saying, goddamn 4 out of 6 years this man being here, our O-line's been ranked 31 and 32 or somewhere in that vicinity. The 2 years that he had a decent line, and I ain't even gonna say a good line, a decent, mediocre line was the year, his rookie year, and then the year we went to the playoffs and beat the Vikings. If y'all think I'm lying, go look it up. So, that's all I'm gonna say about that. Now, the next game after that, bro. I gotta pause this one because this game, every time it's played, oh yeah, there's smoke. There's definitely smoke, bro. If y'all don't know, I'm originally from Carolina, man. So a lot of my family are Carolina Panthers fans. My homeboy Dunk, if y'all ain't got a chance, if I ain't never told y'all before, go check out my boy Dunk's Unnecessary Bluntness podcast where he covers the Carolina Panthers, man. He got a big following out there, and the dude's funny, man. Go check him out. But nonetheless, that being said, we got to play the Carolina Panthers in this game, bro. And y'all think we losing to the Panthers? I told y'all earlier, I think me and my team is spiritually linked, bro. And I'll die on that hill saying that, bro. I really will. We actually call that game in our family the Milton Bowl. The Milton Mafia Bowl. That's what the Milton Bowl is from. Y'all remember Latarian Milton said he just want to do hood rat stuff with his friends? That's where we got it from. We call ourselves the Milton Mafia, and that game's called the Milton Bowl. I'd be dang if I lose the Milton Bowl to the goddamn bum Carolina Panthers, Bryce Too Young on the bench, and Andy Dalton. Come on, man. I ain't gonna sleep on Andy Dalton, but we're not losing to the Panthers, bro. We're not. Then we go on our bye week the next week. We're going to get well rested to go on that final stretch before we go into the playoffs. Yeah, I'm saying, and I'm calling it playoffs right now. I'm not going to get too high on expectations, but at the very minimum, I expect playoffs. Now I got people up here talking about, oh man, it looks like Daniel Jones is playing to the point where we might not get a high draft pick for a quarterback. Y'all not getting that, bro. I told y'all that. Daniel Jones is that guy. And y'all will realize at the end of the season why I've been saying it going hard for him this whole time. Now, that being said, coming off our bye week, we got to play the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That game, that might be the game the Giants. If there's gonna be an extra loss, it might be that game. But I'm not. No, no. You know why? Y'all think Daniel Jones forgot that mess that Baker Mayfield was talking about when he said, "Oh, y'all really drafted Daniel Jones? Y'all really ain't trying to win." Then Daniel Jones went out there and beat Baker Mayfield one time. But nah, we doubling down, boy. We standing on business. That boy right there is gonna goddamn give Baker Mayfield that work this game. And I look, it might be a high scoring game, so Daniel, you might have to be prepared to put some points up. But I believe in you, because by that time of the season, you should be a goddamn. I'm talking about prime form. Then you about to go a goddamn Optimus Prime on these boys. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to see. We got to run it back against the Cowboys, and that's another Avengers game. They're not beating us again, bro. I'm not gonna sit here and take a second L to the goddamn Cowboys. Dak with the hip thing before the goddamn game. We're not losing to Dak again, man. Yes, I think Dak's a above average quarterback. Do I think he's special or elite? No, but he definitely can beat you. He's proven it. If any quarterback can say they could beat the Giants, it's Dak Prescott. I don't remember what the record is, but he done beat us more than not in this games against us. This won't be one of them, Dak. I'm gonna tell you right now. You can yak, but I promise you won't that game. We on your head, boy. Then we go on to play the Saints the following week. The Saints game, bro. Hey, the Saints, they looked like they was all right at the beginning of the season, but the last few games, man, they look suspect. I'm not gonna lie, I had the Saints defense on my team because my homeboy, my coworker B at work, he a Saint fan. He told me about how they defense look. Man, them boys got me negative points yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. They played the Chiefs. Last night, I'm still asleep from that game, man. I lost to my uncle who talked a lot of smack by like not even a whole point. Not even a whole point, because these boys couldn't even get a dang on point in this game, bro. We was in negative territory. I'm benching them. I got the Giants on my bench, and I think they got 18 points that game, bro. But that's nonetheless. We're not losing to them, boys. They couldn't stop. Look, the Saints couldn't stop the Chiefs, and they wasn't really even throwing the ball like that, because their number one receiver is out. They was usually mainly tight ends in the running game, and you knew what they was doing. You knew they was running the ball, and they couldn't stop it, bro. And I don't think Derek Carr is just gonna beat our defense like that. He gonna get sacked like that game too. It's gonna be a game that's gonna remind him of what his brother went through, David Carr. Because David Carr, if y'all don't know, he used to play for the Giants. Derek Carr's older brother used to play for the Texans. He's actually the only quarterback before Daniel Jones has been sacked most in the NFL history in a season. Yeah, it's true. Look it up. Then we gotta go play the Ravens. And now this is a game where I said that I think the second game that I actually think we could lose. Do I think we're gonna lose? No. I got all the faith in my boys, but I'm gonna be realistic. I'm not just gonna be like, oh, the Giants gonna win every game. I gotta be real. The Ravens have Lamar Jackson. I think Lamar Jackson's a stud. I've been saying it since he came out of Louisville. But I gotta go back to it, because all these people that's asking Daniel Jones better than, he's done beat these guys. Now, I don't know if Lamar Jackson, I highly doubt it, because I think this was like a year or two ago. I'm pretty sure he done lost at home. But I do know, do y'all know the first quarterback to ever beat Lamar Jackson at home in front of the Ravens fans? Guess who the quarterback was? Daniel Jones. Hey, I ain't gonna give y'all no more time, bro. Daniel Jones was the quarterback to beat him first at a home game in front of the Ravens, bro. So I do think we can beat them boys. However, I'm being real. It is what it is on that game. I'm looking forward to it, and we got a good shot at winning it. But if there's gonna be a second loss, it's probably gonna be that one. Got to take on the Atlanta Falcons the following week. It's the Falcons, bro. I don't know what to say. Like the Falcons going Falcon, just like the Giants going Giant. That might be them games where who going team first. If the Giants going Giant first or the Falcons going Falcons first, but I'm not really worried about a team that got dang let Tom Brady come back whole bunch of points. What was the score? Like 28 to 3 or something? It was something ridiculous. And let this man come all the way back and win the Super Bowl. I'm not worried about y'all. That was an old team. That was a couple years ago. But look, that's on your reputation. That's part of your character development, boy. That is who your organization is. Okay. Next game, we got to go play the Colts. And they got Anthony Richardson. I haven't really seen too many of their games, and I'm very high on Anthony Richardson. I actually had the same grade on Anthony Richardson that I had on C.J. Stroud the year that they came out. I gave the slight edge to Stroud because he looked more pro ready, while Anthony Richardson looked more raw. And I feel like it'd take some time for him to develop into the player I think he could be. But I do think he's a solid quarterback. Like I said, I haven't really watched too many of the Colts games this year. But I don't remember the last time the Colts was just good. So, next. And last but not least, last game of the season. I already went over the whole situation with the Eagles. I really don't see them beating us twice in the season. So, either we going to sweep them boys, because they're not sweeping us this year. I can promise y'all that. Either we're going to sweep them boys or we're going 1-1. And this video been long enough, man. So I'm going to go ahead and get it over with. But by the end of the season, I feel like the Giants have a real shot at being 12-5. If you like the video, like, share, subscribe. Until next time, this been your boy, New York City. Peace.